Good day everyone and welcome to the Weather Centre. This Thursday, cloudy, cool conditions over the eastern parts of South Africa, especially in Mpumalanga and KwaZulu-Natal. We're expecting light rain intermittently, but the bulk of the rainfall is forecast for the northern parts of the country, especially in Limpopo and Mpumalanga. Meanwhile, it's going to be a fine, dry day over the western half of South Africa with strong winds along the western coastline. The South African Weather Service issued a watch for heavy falls today over the western parts of Limpopo as well as the western parts of Mpumalanga. More than 50 millimeters is possible in 24 hours. Here's our rainfall forecast for this afternoon. Dry, rain-free conditions over the western parts of South Africa. A bit of rain at first over the eastern parts of the Eastern Cape. Scattered showers in KwaZulu-Natal and most of Mpumalanga. And there's an 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms over a large portion of Limpopo. Scattered showers also likely in Gauteng today. It's going to be a much cooler day in the east, only 17 in Pietermaritzburg, 19 degrees in Bombela, 22 in Bethlehem this afternoon with a high of 23 in Johannesburg, but it's going to be much warmer in the Northern Cape with a maximum of 32 in Uppington, 30 degrees in Kimberley and a high of 26 degrees forecast for Cape Town today, much cooler though in George with a maximum of 19 and 21 in Port Elizabeth and East London. As I mentioned before, fine windy conditions along the west coast today with average wind speeds up to 35 kilometers per hour this afternoon. There's an open ocean swell of 2.5 meters and low tide is expected at 11:15 this morning. Along the southwest coast, strong southeasterlies, especially in False Bay with a wind speed of 40 kilometers per hour. There's an open ocean swell of 3.5 meters. We're also expecting onshore winds along the south coast. We could see a bit of cloud initially, wind speeds up to 25 kilometers per hour with an open ocean swell of 3.5 meters as well. And for the east coast, we're expecting rain today. It's going to be breezy as well. Southwesterlies up to 30 kilometers per hour in Durban. There's an open ocean swell of 2 meters with a southerly to southeasterly direction, and high tide is expected just before 5:30 this evening.
News that moves. eNCA.com.